So you think you're ready to brave the treacherous waters of the high seas in Season 11 and face those thieving pirates trying to snatch your booty? Well, you're in the right place. This video is not going to be another get better noob aim cannons and 360 quickscope with your eye of reach bro. Because let's face it, most of us playing this game aren't wet with sweat every time we play it. But I've got good news for you. What we do lack in mechanical skill, we can make up for with strategy, which is what this video is about. So let's get right into it. If you played the game before the update of Season 10 Safer Seas, you might have encountered this problem. You get to an island that you have a map for, and you approach, anchor down, and off you go. Only for another pirate to sneak up onto your ship and sink you before you can get pellets into your flintlock. It takes 10 seconds to raise your anchor on a solo sloop, and even longer on the other two ships. That's 10 seconds that you can't do anything else but raise the anchor. See the problem here? So to avoid being a sitting duck, rather do this. As you approach the destination, raise your sails slowly, so we can approach the island a little slower, and angle your boat's nose in a way where you can just drop the sails to be ready for an encounter. Speaking of sails, this brings us to our next tip. Did you know that you can have a 50-50 chance of gauging the skill of players based on what sails they use? The ones to watch out for are either the expensive ones, or the sails that require a bit of extra time to unlock. As mentioned, it is 50-50, because some absolute sweaty players could use this against you, and if you see plain white sails or starboard, it's either someone that is brand new, or someone that'll sink you faster than you can say Davy Joe. Another importance of this tip would be angling your sails to the wind. A full bellow is always faster than flat sails. A sloop is different, however. With flat sails against the wind, you will outrun any ship. When you reach or are leaving your destination, the first thing that you or a crewmate should do is check your horizon. By using the spyglass, you can see an approaching ship miles before anything can happen. This can save you so much for just taking a minute to check your surroundings. If you are moored to the middle of the map, climb up to the crow's nest and do a full 360. But if you are on the island more towards the edge, just check the direction the ship could approach from, as nobody can sail past the Red Sea without blowing up. Speaking of blowing up, let's talk about a hot take in the Sea of Thieves community. Kegs. Don't use them. Unless you are an experienced player and know the telltale signs of the average pirate, kegs will more often than not be to your demise. Blowing multiple holes in your boat while you are trying to fend off other ships and boarders, it's not a fun experience and can easily be avoided by just not putting these suckers onto your boat. But if you do have a keg story, it's always fun to hear, so do tell me in the comments. And now for the last tip that I deem the most important. The one thing that can make or break any encounter which you face in the deep blue ocean. Resources. When you launch the game, your boat only has 80 cannonballs, 16 bananas, 16 coconuts, 35 wood planks, and let's not get started with the blunder or fire bombs. So take the time and the money to buy a storage crate to collect all of it from the outpost with ease, or run around and empty your pockets about 50 times. It'll still be worth it for the food and cannonballs alone. Speaking about food, if you would like to know more about the ins and outs of fishing, check out this video here. And if you enjoy entertaining Sea of Thieves content, this channel is almost at its first milestone, so drop a sub to not miss the next video. Happy sailing, pirates!